What could unlock Virgo finances in the next few months? Virgo, something is forming in the financial landscape of your life that you need to hear about. Not because it is dramatic or sudden, but precisely because it is not. The kind of financial shift that is approaching you moves the way you move. Carefully, deliberately, with intention behind every step. And if you are not paying attention, you might miss the early signs entirely. So take a breath, settle in, and let this message reach the part of you that already knows something is changing. Gateway 1. The first thing that could unlock your finances in the coming months is a decision you have been postponing. You know the one. It sits in the back of your mind, visiting you in quiet moments, nudging you when you least expect it. Maybe it is a career move. Maybe it is a conversation about your worth. Maybe it is an investment in yourself that feels risky because you have been conditioned to play it safe. Whatever it is, Virgo, the postponement itself has become the obstacle. Not the decision, not the risk, not the potential for failure. But the waiting, the hesitation, the analysis that never quite reaches a conclusion. You are one of the most thoughtful signs in the entire zodiac. You weigh your options with precision. You consider angles that others do not even know exist. And that thoroughness has saved you from countless mistakes over the years. But there is a difference between careful consideration and paralysis disguised as caution. And somewhere along the way, the line between those two things became blurred. The financial doorway that is forming right now does not need more analysis. It needs action. It needs you to take the information you already have and use it. Because the truth is, you already know what to do. You have known for a while. The only thing standing between you and that next level of financial freedom is the moment you decide to move. This does not mean being reckless. Virgo could never be reckless, and that is not what the universe is asking. What it is asking is for you to trust the preparation you have already done, to honor the research, the thought, the quiet calculations you have been running in your head for months. You are ready. The plan is as complete as it needs to be. And the finances that are waiting on the other side of this decision are not theoretical. They are real, and they are closer than you think. Gateway 2. The second key to unlocking your finances is a shift in how you perceive your skills and your time. Virgo has a tendency to undervalue what comes naturally. Because something is easy for you, you assume it must be easy for everyone. Because you can organize chaos, solve problems efficiently, and see details that others miss, you treat those abilities as ordinary. But they are not ordinary, Virgo. They are extraordinary. And the financial world rewards what is extraordinary, but only when the person who possesses those gifts recognizes their worth. In the coming months, there is an energy building around your professional life that could open doors you have not considered. But those doors will only open if you stop discounting what you bring to the table. If someone asks what you charge, stop lowering the number before it leaves your mouth. If an opportunity arises that requires you to step into a bigger role, stop talking yourself out of it before you even try. The universe is trying to match your external reality with your internal capability, but it cannot do that if you keep shrinking yourself to fit spaces that are too small for you. Think about what you know. Think about what you can do. Think about the decades of experience, the wisdom earned through trial and patience, the practical intelligence that allows you to turn disorder into order. Those things have a value that the market is ready to recognize, but you must recognize it first. You must set the price before the world can pay it. And when you do, when you finally allow yourself to charge what you are worth, the financial shift you have been waiting for will accelerate in ways that might surprise you. Gateway 3. The third financial unlock is connected to an old pattern of saving without purpose. Virgo is naturally frugal, and there is great wisdom in that. You do not waste. You do not spend impulsively. You understand the value of a reserve, of a cushion, of money set aside for the unexpected. But somewhere along the way, saving became an end in itself rather than a means to something greater. You saved not because you had a goal, but because spending felt dangerous. You held on not because you had a plan, but because letting go felt like losing control. This pattern is about to be challenged, and that challenge is a gift. Because money that sits still does not grow. It may feel safe, but safety and stagnation look remarkably similar from certain angles. The coming months are bringing you opportunities that will require investment. Not reckless spending, but intentional allocation of resources towards something that can multiply. Maybe it is a course that sharpens a skill. Maybe it is a tool that increases your efficiency. Maybe it is a shift in your living situation that reduces long-term costs while improving your quality of life. Whatever form it takes, the unlock requires you to let money move. And here is what you need to understand, Virgo. Money is energy. An energy that does not move becomes stagnant. When you allow your financial energy to flow toward opportunities that align with your goals, you are not losing money. You are planting it. You are sending it into the soil of your future and trusting that it will return to you multiplied. That trust is the key. Not blind trust, not naive hope, but the informed, grounded trust of someone who has done the work and is now ready to let that work bear fruit. Gateway 4. The fourth key to unlocking your finances involves your relationship with the people who influence your financial decisions. Whether you realize it or not, you have been absorbing the financial beliefs of those around you for your entire life. The way your family talked about money, the way your friends approach spending, the way your community defines success. All of these things have shaped your financial reality in ways that go far deeper than your bank balance. In the coming months, you will begin to notice whose financial energy is helping you and whose is holding you back. There are people in your life who expand your sense of what is possible. When you are around them, you think bigger, you plan bolder, you believe in outcomes that your analytical mind might normally dismiss. And then there are people whose energy contracts your vision. They speak in limitations. They respond to your ambitions with caution that feels more like fear than wisdom. They remind you of all the ways things could go wrong, not because they want to protect you, but because their own relationship with money is rooted in scarcity. This is not about cutting people out of your life. It is about becoming conscious of whose frequency you are absorbing. It is about choosing to spend more time in conversations that expand your vision and less time in conversations that shrink it. Because your financial future is being shaped right now, in this moment, by the beliefs you carry. And some of those beliefs are not even yours. They were inherited, absorbed, adopted without question. The unlock comes when you examine those beliefs, keep the ones that serve you, and release the ones that do not. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Gateway 5. The fifth financial gateway has to do with timing, and this is where Virgo's natural patience becomes a superpower. The coming months are not about making everything happen at once. They are about making the right things happen at the right time. And you, more than almost any other sign, have the ability to read timing with extraordinary precision. You can sense when a moment is ripe. You can feel when conditions are aligned. And that sense, that inner clock, is going to be one of your greatest financial assets in this season. But here is the key. Trusting your timing means also trusting your readiness. When you feel the pull to act, act. When you feel the nudge to wait, wait. Do not override your instincts with logic alone. Your analytical mind is powerful, but it does not have access to all the information. Your intuition does. Your body does. The quiet feeling in your gut that says now or not yet. That is data too. And in the coming months, that data is going to be more accurate than any spreadsheet or financial report. The financial unlock that is approaching you has a timing of its own. It is not going to arrive all at once, and it is not going to wait forever. It is going to present itself in windows, moments of opportunity that open and close with a rhythm that your logical mind may not fully understand. But your deeper self will understand. Your Virgo instinct, the one that has guided you through decades of decisions, will know when to move. Trust that instinct. Follow its lead. And watch as the financial landscape of your life begins to transform. Gateway 6. The sixth key is perhaps the most overlooked, and it involves gratitude for what you already have. This is not a cliché, Virgo. This is energetic law. When you focus your attention on what is lacking, you amplify the frequency of lack. When you focus your attention on what is present, you amplify the frequency of abundance. And the difference between those two frequencies determines what your financial future looks like. You have more than you give yourself credit for. Not just money in the bank, but resources, skills, relationships, knowledge, health, time. All of these are forms of wealth that your analytical mind tends to discount because they do not show up on a balance sheet. But the universe does not operate on balance sheets. It operates on energy. And when you begin to genuinely appreciate the abundance that already exists in your life, You send a signal to the universe that says, I am ready for more. I can handle more. I am grateful for what I have, and I am open to what is coming. Start this practice today, Virgo. Before you go to sleep tonight, name 5 things in your life that represent abundance in any form. Do this every night for the next few weeks. And watch how your relationship with money begins to shift. Watch how opportunities appear that did not seem to exist before. Watch how your financial anxiety begins to soften, replaced by a calm confidence that what you need is always on its way. Gateway 7. The 7th and final key is about commitment. Not the kind of commitment you make to others because you have always been good at that. This is about the commitment you make to yourself. The commitment to stop settling for financial situations that do not reflect your true value. The commitment to stop accepting crumbs when you deserve the whole meal. The commitment to look at your financial life with honest eyes and say, this is not enough, and I am going to change it. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. That commitment, Virgo, is the final key. Because all the gateways in the world mean nothing if you do not walk through them. All the opportunities in the universe mean nothing if you do not reach for them. And all the abundance that is forming around you right now, every bit of it, means nothing if you do not believe you deserve it. You do deserve it. You have earned it through years of quiet, consistent, unglamorous effort. Through decades of showing up when no one was watching. Through a lifetime of doing the right thing even when it was the hard thing. The financial unlock that is approaching is not luck. It is not coincidence. It is the natural result of a life lived with integrity, discipline, and care. And now, Virgo, it is time to receive what you have built. The coming months are your gateway, not because the stars are forcing change, but because you are finally ready for it. The preparation is done. The foundation is solid. The only thing left is to step forward and claim what has always been yours. And when you do, when you take that step with the full weight of your Virgo determination behind it, the financial doors that have been closed will begin to open, one after another, until the abundance you have been dreaming about is no longer a dream. It is your life. You have 2 options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.